Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Dalia and welcome back to my Autumn Island coffee bean. And today, as you can tell by the title of the video, we're going to be finally working on my shopping district. We're slowly finishing this island and we're almost done actually, despite the fact that I still have a lot of building left to do. So yeah, I'm really excited for today's video. So without further ado, let's go see the area that we're going to be building today. This is the area that I completed in my last build, where I did this little neighborhood area for a few of my villagers. And this whole giant area is where we're going to be building today. I'm going to be continuing from the section that I built earlier on in this game when I built my entrance, and then connecting the area from the little neighborhood I built. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you do, feel free to leave a like as well as subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any videos that I make. I'm really excited for this build, so without further ado, get comfy, get yourself a snack and a drink, and let's begin. Now, I cut a huge portion of this out, but mainly I had a lot of pathing to place down because I wanted to make this build a diagonal street for my two shops to rest on, and wanted either of my shops to be placed on either side of the diagonal. So making this diagonal road took me forever, not because putting the pathing is difficult, like it's not as if it's very challenging anymore, but figuring out where I wanted to place the road was the most difficult thing about this build. So I'm creating this really long road that you'll see from Molly's house at the top of the area all the way down. I do not decorate this portion of the build at all. I basically stop right where the diagonal path goes straight, and that will be for another build that I'm going to be doing in about a week or so, probably even a little bit less than that. But yeah, like as you can see, I got a huge chunk of this cut out. I worked on this for maybe like an hour trying to place the pathing down, and I also continued my train station build because I wanted this train track to expand throughout the entire part of my island, just going straight horizontal across it. So I finally placed the pathing down for it, and I finally downloaded the additional path portion of the train tracks that includes like the walkover, because I love the way that it looks and I think it's a really cool way of cutting off the road. So yeah, then I am just finishing up placing the pathing down. I really love the way I ended up making the road look. I do change it a little bit throughout the course of the video, but overall I keep the layout that I have working for me. And then I just placed this cobblestone little pathing that acts as like the border to this pathing, and then I just added some minor details, including some of the leaf additions to this path. And yeah, I think this looks really, really cute. And then I just stopped to do a little dance because, you know, why not? Here I am deciding that I wanted to continue the road going horizontal, so I'm just adding that. I didn't know how much of this road I wanted to build in this video, and I actually ended up cutting the build off at a really weird point, but finally got the buildings where I wanted them and just quickly time traveled to have them moved. And overall I'm really happy with the placement of the builds, and I think it looks really great. So yeah, then I started placing down this plank path. I wanted a cool, cute little like rustic plank path leading up to my next cranny, because I did have quite a bit of a distance between that and the road, and I thought this plank path worked absolutely perfectly. I'm falling in love with this plank path. It just looks so cute. And then I was trying to decide what deck I wanted for Abel's, and I was originally going to use that marble one, but eventually ended up switching over to that more like white deck. And then here I have this really big gap and I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. Originally I was actually going to make a parking lot, but instead I ended up building this fake building using the storefronts that I completely forgot to film. So you can kind of see it there. Looks great. I added this really cute, what's it called, like a little stepping area that separates the dirt from the road. And I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say here.
Have you ever had a dream that you want?
Anyway, I started placing this fencing down. I thought the fencing would look really cute placed behind Nook's Cranny, and it kind of cuts off the train tracks from the more urban area, and I think it looks really great. I placed it on basically the entire expansion of the train tracks on both sides of Nook's and Abel's as well. And yeah, then I just started decorating, placing items down. I didn't quite have a idea in mind for the items. I just wanted to start placing things down. It took me way too long to place this utility pole because I kept changing my mind about how to place it. So yeah, I can fiddle with items for hours on end until I'm satisfied with it. But anyway, moving on from Nook's Cranny, I started placing down items from Abel's sisters. I never know how to decorate Abel's. Usually I just end up throwing a sewing machine down with like random items that are related to sewing, and this build is no different than that. I do end up changing the build progressively over the course of the video and actually creating a fake building using the medieval building sides behind the like little deck area. And I also end up making an incline that I had no intention of making at the start of this build, but I don't actually build anything past the incline. That's why when I said like this build cuts off at a really random part, like I'm not kidding, like my museum is right beside it and I did not move my museum at all by the end of this video. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be keeping my museum there. I might move it. I actually have no idea where I'm going to be putting my museum for this island. I honestly just kind of want to throw it on the beach because it doesn't quite go with like the farm rustic vibe I'm going with. And that's why I kind of regret upgrading my museum from Blather's tent, but I wanted Rooster, so you can see my conundrum. Anyway, then I started placing down some plant partitions and country fencing. I love this combination. I think it always looks so cute, and it's a great way to just do an alternative form of like just general fencing. I think the plant partitions work for every theme. They're just so cute. And yeah, I just place them down. I mainly just do this in front of the Abels. I don't really do it in front of Nook's Cranny. And this is pretty much the only fencing I think I use in this build, other than like maybe one or two more minor spots. And here I was just trying to turn this barrel around and I couldn't get to work. So had to move the storefront, unfortunately, and then just place that bad boy right back. As you can see, making these fake buildings is really easy. You literally just make a giant cliff and then build storefronts around it. That's pretty much it. Then this build is honestly very messy. And not messy in the sense that it doesn't look good in the end, but messy in the sense that I kept changing where I was building, so editing this video was really frustrating. Honestly, this is how all my videos are, so the fact that I'm not used to it at this point is kind of crazy. But yeah, here I am building the cliff up like I said I was going to, and then I started placing the medieval building sides down, and originally I wanted to use the gate, the castle gate, because that was supposed to be the whole point of making this incline, and I actually ended up forgetting to include it at the end of the video. So I might have to change the look of incline I actually don't mind it, and then I'm going to be decorating the second tier cliff in like a future video. I don't even know what I'm gonna be putting up there yet, but you know, we just, a lot of my videos and builds are unplanned, so at the end of the day, I finish the builds, and that's the only thing that matters. So, yeah, you don't always have to go into builds knowing what you want to do. Some of my best videos, honestly, have stemmed from me just kind of decorating randomly by placing items down and being satisfied with the way that it looks. I know a lot of people do much better with decorating when they have like a plan in mind, or like have a general layout in mind, but honestly I just like going into builds not quite knowing what I'm gonna do. It might take me longer to build, but I'm always happy with the final results of my build, so that's what's important. Okay, so I've pretty much been talking throughout this whole video, and I haven't actually said much about what I'm doing on the screen, but honestly I'm just decorating with items at this point, and then after I'm finished with the items, I'm placing some flowers and trees and a bunch of stuff down, you know, like the basic stuff. So I'll leave you here. Enjoy the music and just relax and vibe, and I will be back to talk to you guys soon. I swear one of my favorite parts about decorating an autumn island is placing down leaf piles. I would literally decorate with like 100 leaf piles if that didn't look weird, but it is such a great way to like blend different paths together, and adds like another level of, not height obviously, but like, I don't know, like an additional level of like depth to a build. But yeah, I'm basically almost finished with the build. I do edit a lot of it off camera, so from what you see from the last of my building to like the final like walkthrough will look a little bit different. At this point I was really just adding like nature items, so flowers and some codes for the ground, and I decided to make a little tomato farm next to Nook's Cranny because I wanted to incorporate some red, because Nook's Cranny's building has red in it. So yeah, I'm just planting trees and bushes and flowers and weeds. And then I'll pretty much be finished with the build. If you've made it this far into the video, thank you for watching. And don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video so far and want to see me finish this island, because like I said earlier, I'm almost done this island. I hope to have it finished in like a few weeks so I can start my next island. So yeah, I will see you guys at the end of the video for the final walkthrough. Alright, we are officially finished with today's build. Like I said, I edited a lot of it up camera, but I'm really excited to show you all the final result. So without further ado, let's check it out. Alright, that's everything for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. I'm so happy with the way that this build turned out. It basically looks exactly like how I pictured it when I was thinking about it in my mind, which doesn't happen very often, so I'm very, very happy about that. If you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like, as well as subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any future videos that I make. We'd love to have you join our little community here on YouTube, so I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!